Yo, welcome back. This is season 3, episode 1. We are back at it. If you've noticed, there's been a pause in videos, and part of that pause is our current life. COVID-19, Black Lives Matter protests, stress, anxiety, depression, anger, frustration, mask on, mask off, you name it. We're dealing with it all. Your current president, yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. So had a break, needed to get myself together, protect my peace, and dealing with everything that's going on. So that's why we had the break. But I'm back. We're back, and I appreciate you tuning back in to more. So today I'm talking about protecting your peace, especially related to COVID-19, Black Lives Matter protests, being a person of color, especially if you're Black, male, or female, things that you're dealing with. Definitely wanted to talk a little bit about protecting your peace today. So let's dive right in. Number one, understand that this is a very interesting time in all of our lives, because we've never seen anything like this before. Never seen it, never experienced it. It's all new, it's different. And we're affected by it, whether directly or indirectly. We are affected by everything that's going on right now. Affected directly because people are losing their lives because of COVID-19. So directly, you may have family, you may have friends, may have people that love and trust that has passed away because of COVID-19. I have been affected by it directly, losing family members because of COVID-19. So please know this is a very difficult time for all of us, and we're doing the best of what we can, what we have to get through it. Also, with the Black Lives Matter protests, there's racial injustices and systematic racism. Like it's there, it's open, it's honest, it's real, and we're tired. We're tired. People are exhausted. People are tired of what's going on, and now people are listening. And because of COVID and what we're dealing with right now, it's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore what's going on right now because we don't have as many distractions as we usually would have. And that's what's kind of enhancing this experience. So please know, with this experience going on with the protests, that it's affecting us as well, directly or indirectly, because you may know someone, you know me, you're on this line with me, so you know me directly or indirectly. As a Black man, I'm affected by it because at any point in time, I could lose my life because of the hands of a police officer. I could be murdered just because I'm a Black man. So the average person who doesn't know me views me as a Black man, and their beliefs and their views about me could determine the outcome of my life. It's an unfortunate situation, but it's my truth. It's our truth as Black men and Black women. So we got to protect our peace. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, you're tuning into this video, this can impact you, it can affect you. So protecting our peace, number one, is making sure I'm taken care of. So how do we take care of ourselves? Got you. That's what we're here for. But before we talk about taking care of ourselves, let's talk about the effects, how this hurts us, how does this affect us, especially when it comes to our mental health. So because of COVID, being isolated, being quarantined, because of, the protests going on, racial injustices, a lot of times we can become very pessimistic, cynical, irritable, or prone to anger. So that anger and frustration, that pain, it's real, it's honest, it's yours. You're entitled to have it. You may view the world as inherently dangerous, becoming increasingly vigilant about personal and family safety. So you're looking out for others too. What's going on in my family? Is everybody taken care of? Is everybody okay? So all of our energy is consumed to making sure everyone else is okay. And if my energy is consumed to taking care of everybody else, how can I take care of myself in the process? And we may become, emotionally detached, numb in our professional and personal lives, and experience increased problems within relationships. So this affects us with relationships too. Whether, your intimate partner or just people friends, family, coworkers, colleagues, it affects us, okay? And sometimes we may withdraw socially and become emotionally disconnected from other people as well. So this has an effect on our mental well-being. In addition, some of these feelings that we could have is feeling overwhelmed, physically and emotionally exhausted, causing anger, pain, frustration, hopelessness, and helplessness. We can develop these from what's going on. That increased anxiety, paranoia, depression, stress, unhealthy coping mechanisms. I'm sure we've all been there, especially at the beginning of COVID, the pandemic. Um, a lot of binge watching the television shows, and drinking, or any other drugs or substances to cope. We are trying to find ways to cope. So now that coping has started back in March, and here we are in July, and we're still dealing, we're still managing. And then disturbing images or videos, they can intrude our thoughts and our reality and dreams. So being, subjecting yourself to watching these videos or seeing things that's going on with social media has an effect on our mental health. So it's important that we acknowledge what's going on first, and then we have to move to how do we begin the process of protecting our peace. So just a few ideas, just a few suggestions I have for you. Number one, take a break from news and social media. It's okay to say no. Just give yourself a moment. If it's a day, it's a few hours. Don't open up your phone and look at social media when you start your day, because you have 24-hour access to all the stuff that's going on right now. And all the things that you have that's going on right now has an effect on us. So choose to decide when to subject yourself to what you're seeing on social media. So take a break. It doesn't matter how long it is, weekend, a day, a few hours, just take a break from social media and news media. Also, you can block, delete, unfollow, and unfriend. All facts. These are things you have the ability to do. With all the stuff going on right now, everybody's sharing their opinion, their perspective, their lived experience. And for some, they have a really difficult time understanding other people's lived experience because they haven't experienced it themselves. They feel as though it may not exist. Similar to COVID. Some people are looking at COVID as in, oh, it's not a real thing because it may not have affected them yet directly. But it's a real thing. It exists. So protect your peace by blocking, deleting, unfollowing, and unfriending those who may not be helpful towards your mental health. Find your tribe and connect. Find people that you can connect with that's going to support you, that will you be able to share a safe space with. That could be, anyone within your circle, or creating a circle that you can share your truth, speak your truth, and feel connected and supported. So create your tribe, find your tribe. If it doesn't exist, you have the ability to create it. Next is setting healthy boundaries. It's important for you to set healthy boundaries. One of the biggest ways I know how to set healthy boundaries is the ability to say no. Protect your peace and say no. No is a complete sentence. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's a complete sentence. So practice saying no. You don't have to explain yourself when you say no. So a lot of people of color, especially Black men and women, are being pulled in so many different ways and areas, personally and professionally, to speak on the behalf of Black people, Black lives. Tell us how to treat Black people. What tools or tips that you have to help Black people? And to me, we're human beings. It doesn't matter if we're Black, white, Asian, we're human beings. So it's like, why ask someone to help you learn how to treat a human being? So we get caught up in the race factor. And when you get caught up in the race factor, you forget the things that's in plain sight. And what's in plain sight is I'm a human being first. Yes, I happen to be a Black man, but I'm a human being first. So how do you treat a human being? We have to be mindful of that. So set those healthy boundaries, say no, be able to, set those boundaries to prevent you from losing yourself even more in what's going on right now by speaking on the behalf of an entire race. A lot of people are pulling on people of color to speak on the behalf of an entire race. It's impossible to do because we're individuals. We're all individuals. And we can't speak on the behalf of an entire population, entire culture, just one perspective. So for those of you pulling on people to ask, hey, I need to speak on behalf or teach me how to treat Black people, stop. Just stop. And look within. It's important for you to begin the process of looking within to see what's going on with you or your lack of awareness and education. You have the ability, an option to find out for yourself. Seek guidance, support, and assistance for yourself instead of asking people who are being victimized to help you process, overcome, and work through your own guilt or your own issue related to race. Next is be mindful of what you can and cannot control. It's important to be mindful of what you can and cannot control because there's only one person you can control or change, and that's you and you only. So be mindful of what you can control and what you cannot control. It's very important, especially with everything that we're dealing with. A few more things and we'll close it out for the day. It's important for you to increase your self-awareness and self-discovery, meaning find out about you. This is a great time to start digging in to learn more information about yourself, especially during this quarantine. You locked up. You may be isolated, maybe alone, or you're around people that you don't really like. And yeah, that includes your spouse, parents, siblings, significant other. That can include them too. So be mindful. You want to start the process of figuring out who you are. And the more you know about you, the more you can deal with other people and other things within the society. Next is build and balance healthy relationships. You want to create some healthy relationships. You want to build on these healthy relationships and connect with people that helps you become healthy, especially when it comes to your mental health. So some of the relationships that you've still been holding on to, it's time to let them go. True story. Let them go. Let it go. Because you want to, again, protect your peace. You're able to protect your peace by being around people who enhance your peace. There's some people that may come into your life that just disrupts your peace. You know who those individuals are. Be willing to ask or seek for professional help. Therapy works. How do I know? I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy. I'm a therapist. I know it works. But it works if you work it, which means you have to do the work in therapy in order to get the things that you need from therapy. Some more videos coming later talking about counseling, talking about therapy, because right now, more than ever, we need it, especially if you're a person of color. And the last thing is to practice self-care. It's important for you to begin the process of practicing self-care, which means taking care of you. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to say no. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay. Begin investing in yourself every single day. Find a way to take care of you. Self-care is very important. As I mentioned before, use the ESPM model for self-care, enhancing your emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental well-being every single day. So we're just now getting started. Season 3, episode 1, we are back at it. Glad to see you all. Looking forward to what we have ahead, and I will chat with you soon. Peace out.